Hey guys and girls, what is going on? It is Zazzri today, and I'm bringing you Season 3, Episode number 6 of my Manchester City career mode. So first off, I just want to say this will be a long video, so sit back and relax if you enjoy long videos. You can put it on in the background, or if you're really interested in certain players, you can pause it at certain points, look at the players, or what I suggest you could do is go back and look at my first score report that I ever did, and then look at this when you compare the players, see how much they've grown, that kind of thing. And also, if you're wondering, this is probably going to be the last Man City career mode I do for a while. So first off, just want to say Joe Hart has grown massively, as you just saw there. Ramos has grown to a 91. A lot of these players, as you can see, if you look at status, it says one of the world's best. A lot of them are at that stage. Ramos has been fantastic all season. He can play right back and centre back, so I've absolutely loved using him. Age 29, 91 overall is fantastic for a defender. Yeah, he's great. Anyway, as I said, and if you're not, you could favourite it or something like that, or, you know, tab it in a window, bookmark it, that kind of thing. And you can come back to it at a different point, you know, if you, say you're busy, you know, that kind of thing. That's my thoughts on that. Anyway, so yeah, the squad report will be quite long. It's over 20 minutes, just under 20 minutes long, so yeah, look forward to it, guys. So yeah, you can see Ramos has got 79 acceleration, 79 sprint speed, so that's a decent pace for a defender. You don't really need much more than that. He's got his aggression's growing, his interceptions, reactions, stand tackle, and his sliding tackle. I was going to say sliding, then I decided to say stand. You kind of mesh the words together. And he's also played as goalkeeper a few times this season when Joe Hart's been sent off and that kind of thing. He's played goalkeeper, and he's played it quite well, to be fair to him. So yeah, 44 games he's played, he scored 1 goal, got 1 assist, 10 yellows, and he's got 1 red card, which is, yeah, it's really not too good getting a red card, but whatever, 1 red card for a centre-back of his quality is really not too bad. I don't know why I'm staying on Ramos for so long, but I am. But yeah, Joe Hart was an absolutely fantastic goalkeeper for me this season, and I didn't sell him because I found him really good. Anyway, moving on to the leader of men in our team, we have got Vincent Kompany, one of my favourite players in the world in real life. He's going to an 89, 29 years old, played 40 games, scored 2 goals, got 3 assists, got 3 yellow cards and 0 reds. He's been a fantastic, outstanding player for me. I absolutely love using him. I think he's so good. I just wish he was younger so I could use him for more time. 69 acceleration, 77 sprint speed. He feels pretty pacey. He feels around 75 pace, I would say, which is very good for a centre back. And as you can see, he's got 95 stand tackle, which is absolutely fantastic. 95 interceptions, which you can really feel as well. He does get quite a few interceptions when the opponents are on the counter, and he's a very good player overall. The thing I like about him in real life as well is that he's kind of, yeah, I don't know, he just seems not like an average footballer. He seems, you know, something above that. You know, he. I don't know, I have a lot of respect for Vincent Kompany. I follow him on Twitter, that kind of thing, and I've kind of, I won't say got to know him, because I really don't know him, of course, but as I've learned more and more about him, I've become more and more interested in him, I've got more and more respect for him, and, you know, kind of admire him more and more is what I'm looking for as a player. So yeah, if you're wondering, you could pause on his stats if you're mega interested. Anyway, Bad Stuber, who's been our other centre back, 87 overall, age 26, played 28 games, scored 1 goal. So yeah, something that's weird is, I see this, if you can explain this for me, his attack position and his vision have gone down by 1. Why has that gone down? Yet some of his other stats have grown, because it's clearly he's not too old, because he's only 26. I really don't understand players when they do that. If you guys can explain that to me, I know Messi's got a glitch, but other than that, I don't understand it. Anyway, moving on. So we've got Jordi Alba, who's grown by 3 to an 85 at age 26, which is fantastic. He's played in 51 games, scored 3 goals, and he's been a fantastic left back throughout the season. He's been very, very good. His pace is brilliant, and the way he comes forward and can help, you know, pass it to the midfield and start an attack is just brilliant. He can also, say if there's a counter from a corner or something, he can easily get back. I mean, you look at his acceleration, 94 acceleration, 92 sprint speed, and then a whole lot of other good stats. 95 stamina is great, and a lot of his stats have grown. They can look at ones that he's specifically interested in, but he's a fantastic player, and I would definitely recommend him. He's my favourite left back that I've used. He's better than Marcelo, so yeah. Anyway, moving on, grown by 1, age 28. He's played 30 games this season. He scored 3 goals and got 4 assists, with an average match rating of 7, I think it was. So yeah, he's not really a pacey centre midfielder, but he's got some very good stats on him. 7, yeah, it was 7. Anyway, moving on to Eden Hazard. He's 91 overall, grown by 2, one of the world's best. Scored 8 goals and 4 assists in 33 games. He has been one of the best players this season. He's been fantastic. He's actually injured at the minute, as you can see. He's fit in 4 months, but that was right at the end of the season. 92 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, 94 ball control, 94 dribbling, some of his key stats. He's a fantastic player. If you're looking to buy someone in his role, so left mid, right mid, centre attack mid if you want, in my Chelsea career mode he is, and he's absolutely world class. I've seen him get to 97 acceleration, 98 sprint speed, so he's very, very pacey and scores a lot of goals if you want him to, if you play him in the right areas. He's a great player and I'd definitely recommend using him. Next, we've got Neymar. When is it going to change? Sorry, I'm recording this after because I couldn't record it at the time. So he's grown by 2 to an 88 overall, age 23. Generally, you know, they might have been a little bit inconsistent at times, but look at his stats, how much they've grown. 95 acceleration, 96 agility, 95 ball control, 93 dribbling. He's an absolutely world-class player. He's only 23 and he's got to an 88, and his stats are just growing. You can see some of his stats are just fantastic. 90 attack position, which is great. And in my Chelsea career mode, because that's a bit advanced than the Man City one, I'm on like 2020, something like that. He's got to a 94. So if you're looking for a player like him, he can play striker as well. He's fantastic. Next, moving on to Özil, who I haven't really played. As you can see, 20 games, 3 goals, 4 assists, 6.9. Not really enjoyed using him. If I was doing a 4th season, I would sell him, and I did sell him. 89 overall, age 26. He just didn't fit into the team. It was just that we had too many players in that role, and he wasn't one of the best ones for me. Balotelli, grown by 2 to a 90 overall, which is fantastic. Age 24, one of the world's best. 7.3 match rating, 8 goals, 8 assists in 24 games. The way I look at goals and assists for a player, striker, attacking midfielder, is add them together, and then if that's close to the amount of games he played, that is, you can tell they're a very good player. So 91 acceleration, which is great. Finishing is at 90, which is very important for a striker, and he's got 92 shot power. Long shots 84, which is not bad at all, and with a very good shot power, that it's a lethal combination. He's fantastic. He's also got 85 strength, so he's a very good striker. If you're looking for a young striker in the early seasons, I'll be doing this as I go on as well. I'll be recommending players to you. He's been very, very good. Next, moved on to Edison Cavani, worth 44 million, pretty insane. So 91 overall, going by one of the world's best. Age 28 though, so obviously he's not going to be around for too much longer. Played 49 games, scored 36 goals, got 9 assists, and there's an average match rating of 7.6. Can't really tell, it's very small, but he has been absolutely on fire this season. He has been an absolutely world-class player. Look how much his acceleration and sprint speed have grown since I first got him. If you look at him when he's in his first season, you look at him now, it's grown massively. He's a decent, pacey player now, when he wasn't when I first got him. He's got 96 finishing, 92 heading accuracy. His long shots and his shot power have also grown, so another thing that's important for a striker. He has become such a world-class player, and I was sad to see him age, because when he got to like 29, 30, his stats went down the toilet, which annoys me about FIFA, but I'm not going to start ranting on that. I'll just get a drink here, because I can tell my voice is deteriorating, and it's not too good. Even though I'm like over my illness, I still get like randomly feel ill again randomly. Randomly, I've said that like twice. But anyway, moving on to Dede, who's only played 11 games since we got him in January. So 11 games, 1 goal, 7.4, so he played very well. He's a very good centre-back, but he's not world-class like Ramos, Company, Bad Stuber. He's not at that level, as you can see by stats. He's got 90 strength, which is very good, and he's got good pace about him, but I would not say he's a world-class centre-back. So a very good option, but he's not world-class. Next, we moved on to Vidal, who more and more didn't fit into the team, but overall he's good and he can play all over the pitch. Well, not all over the pitch, centre-back. Centre attacking mid, centre defensive mid, so in the centre he can play pretty much anywhere. But he played 25 goals in this final season because I sold him after, because simply he did not fit into the team. I had players that wanted to play over him. Next moved on to Boateng, who I like playing, but I found that his lack of pace has been annoying. 10 goals, 2 assists, 2 reds, which is not too good, but 29 games, so he's got 12, done 12 things in 29 games, which for a player, I was playing him centre defensive midfielder, is very, very good. But that 79 sprint speed does hold him back at sometimes. He's got some very good stats. 92 dribbling's pretty crazy. Some of his stats are fantastic, but if he was, say, I don't know, 85 pace, well, 80. When I say pace, by the way, it's the combination of the acceleration and sprint speed. If he had better pace, he would be so much better. For me anyway, if he had 85 instead of that 79 sprint speed, which really does lack, he sometimes can't get past players, he would be a much better player. Anyway, moving on to Natasic, who, by the way, if you're wondering, I've seen him get to 90. in my career mode. It's 6.9 average rating, 28 games, 1 goal. Loads of his stats have grown. As you can see, he's 22, so obviously a lot of his stats are going to grow. But he's an absolutely great player, guys. I would definitely recommend him. He's a very good centre back, and if you get him, you know, in his first season, he's very, very cheap because he's like 79, something like that. But he does grow to 90, as I've said, so he's a great player, and I definitely recommend you use him. I've really enjoyed using him, and he's a great player, as I've said many times. But all the games I played, by the way, 6.9 match rating. He's what's it called? You know, it's been a sim match, not me actually playing. Anyway, moving on to one of my favourite players in the team, Gareth Bale. So he's going to a 90, grown by 1, age 25, worth 22 million. Sorry, 33 games, 5 goals, 5 assists. Whoa, weird then. What does CS mean, by the way? I keep seeing like what CS actually means. But I keep forgetting, like, it's not stuck in my memory. Like, I know A is assist, G is goals, but I've forgotten what CS means. Anyway, look at his stats. 97 sprint speed is utterly crazy. He can also play left back, by the way, and I've done that in my Chelsea career mode for seasons and seasons, and he's a great left back, so he's a fantastic player, and I would definitely recommend you get him. I absolutely love using him. You can score so many goals if you play him in the right areas. I played him left back some of the seasons, so that's why he's not scored as many goals, but left mid, he scores so many. Moving on to Mika Richards, 84 overall, age 26, and he's a bit of a beast. 91 strength. I've seen a video of him actually punching a punch bag on the Man City YouTube channel, and he's an absolute monster. He's a great guy, and yeah, he hasn't been too much for my focus this season because I've had better players than him. Moving on to David Silva. He's been playing less and less this season again. Age 29, his stats are just not great, and when I use him, he's not as good as some of the other players such as Eden Hazard. And I even prefer Ozil to him, to be honest. A lot of games that he's played in has been sim matches. Moving on to this Saro, who came through our youth academy, so got to a 69 overall, grown by 3 at age 17. Not too bad, I suppose, but you know, it's not the best. There's a lot better free agents out there, and that is something I've started using more and more, and I will use a lot more in my future career modes. But as you can see, a load of his technical stats are improved, and so of his mental, but no physical stats except his reactions, which isn't great. But he played 0 games this season, so to grow in like that is pretty decent, but I guess it's to be expected. Anyway, MIA. Surprising, I mean, he's in 3 seasons only got to a 78, age 20, but something to keep in mind, guys, I've seen him get to an 88 overall, and he's dirt cheap. He's 1.3 million is what he cost me. He gets like 95 acceleration sprint speed if you're wondering, and he's fantastic. So definitely recommend him if you're planning on doing a lot of seasons, and can play left back, right back, centre back, which is so useful. Anyway, Karim Rekic, someone that's not really focused that much, but has grown massively. But he's only 72 at age 20, so even though he's grown a lot, like a lot of his stats have grown, you know, he's gonna have to grow like 10 more than that to be anywhere near Natasic's in a few seasons. So yeah, he's not really a player for Man City, but if you're doing maybe Championship career mode or League One career mode, that sort of level, then he's a decent player maybe for you guys to pick up. He's got decent sprint speed and acceleration, very good actually for a centre back. So yeah, if you're looking into him. Now, this is someone interesting. Abu is going by 1 to 79. I thought I just saw his acceleration and didn't actually look at his sprint speed at the start of the season. I was like, oh my god, he's going to be amazing as a centre defensive mid. Yeah, he's got 90 acceleration, and he'll go 5 meters dead quick. But then 75 sprint speed really lets him down because you instantly feel like, oh, he's hit his top speed, like boom, instantly. It's kind of annoying. So yeah, I only played him barely any times really. Helan, by the way, this is done at the start of the season, I think. Oh no. Yeah, I think this is done at the start of the season, by the way, if you're wondering. Oh no, it can't be. I was just thinking. No, ignore that. Javi Garcia has not really played this season at all. Ibrahim is another one that has not played that much. He does actually grow quite a lot. I've seen him get to like mid-80s if you play him all the time. So he could be a possible purchase for you guys that are looking for a cheap centre mid. Can also play centre defensive mid, I believe. I haven't played him at all. Anyway, the big man, Lionel Messi. I know he's a little, but still. So he's played 44 games, got to a 95 overall, going by 1. Cost 106 million. Scored 28 goals and got 8 assists. Average match rating of 7.7. An absolute beast. He scores. The thing he sets up, you know, he'll get through balls, cause so many problems for the opposition. He's the best player in the game. In career mode, I would have to say, out of the players that start off, you know, you get randomly generated ones that are amazing, but Lionel Messi, is the best player in this team. I would have to say, if I could pick one player and add them into any team, it'd be Messi, probably. So yeah, but another thing, I know dribbling -1 is a glitch. I'll just pick out a few of his stats. Ball control 97, and it feels like it. Dribbling is fantastic. Finishing is definitely 97. It feels like it could go in. Like any shot feels like it could go in, which I do not feel with any other player. And he's world class. I would definitely pay that 106 million, and I would not choose to spend it on like 3 or 4 other very good players. He's world class, guys. He's fantastic, and if I had to pick a best player, it would definitely be him. I've loved using him, and he's been great. Just gonna drink, guys. But yeah, I actually do also have plans to bring this Manchester City Pyramid back, but it won't be so much a full season with them. It'll just be, I think it's just going to be like a squad report, 10 years or so, 5 years, whatever it is in the future. But it'll be just something to kind of top off the series every now and again. I might just bring an odd video back, and a player that, you know, say he's been in this video, and I'll be like, oh, look at him, how he's progressed, that kind of thing. I've got some plans. So that'll be alright. I mean, it'll just be the odd video here and there. It really won't be any sort of series, and it won't be any more than maybe 3 videos, so don't really expect too much. I've got a Become a Legend video that's probably going up before this, actually, which is going to explain my kind of future plans for the channel, that kind of thing. But yeah, if I had to pick a player of the series, it would, without a doubt, it would be Messi. You know, obviously I've spent so much time on him than other players, and by the way, if you're wondering, I've recorded this after, and I'm sorry, I was just watching this back, I've noticed that the audio and video are a little bit out of sync. So right, it's just that to go back and redo it, it would be a big hassle, and I'm just recording this bit now to add it in. But yeah, as you can see, 106.5 million, definitely. See, 106.5 million, I don't know if it's worth it, because it depends how much money you've got, really. If the board gives you 100 million to spend, then it's not worth it. Well, it depends how good the team is, but I would pay that again for him in the situation I was in. Anyway, moving on to Sergio Aguero, 89 overall, age 27, 2 goals, 15 games. This is another thing, like players like this where his reaction's gone down by 1, stuff like that. Why does that happen, guys? If you could leave a comment, that'd help me out. He was injured a lot earlier in the season, that's why he's only played 15 games. But he's a really good player, and I love using him. Okay, so next moving on to CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo. As you can see, he's played 41 games, only scored 11 goals and got 3 assists, which is pretty poor. Obviously, he's age 30, so a lot of his stats are going down. Sold him next season, by the way, if you're wondering, because of his stats going down. He was just not the player that he once was, and I was like, I don't want Ronaldo to just be in my team because it's Ronaldo. I want Ronaldo to be in my team because he's a beast player. And if he's not a beast player, I might as well sell him. So that's what I did. But I mean, 11 goals out of 41 games is very poor compared to the Ronaldo in real life. I honestly think it's just because of where he plays. You know, in real life, you know, it doesn't matter where you play, as long as you can cut in, that kind of thing, then you'll be fine. Whereas in FIFA, it's kind of you stick to your position. You know, strikers will score a lot of goals, and then the midfielders don't really score that many goals, even though in real life they would. But anyway, moving on, so we've got Razak here. You can see, look at the amount of stats that his have grown. See, players like this, if you look at, see if you're doing a pyramid with a Championship League 1 team, they could be good for you. Wabara, have you say his name? I'd say League 2 team. Guetti's fantastic player. I've used him more and more, and he gets to 88. It was what I've seen. And he's a great player if you play him a lot. I haven't played him much, that's why he's only an 82 at 23, but he does get a lot higher if you play him. And he's a very good striker, actually. He's not like a super pace guy, but he's a very solid striker, and from mid-table Premier League team, he'll be the best player in the team by a mile. And even for a very good Premier League team, that kind of range, you know, Barcelona and Real Madrid, he's still a very good second option, you know, or third option, depending on, you know, how many strikers you want. But he's a solid option, guys, and I definitely recommend that you pick him up. He's very cheap at the start, and he does grow quite rapidly, so he's a great player. Moving on to Johansson, the goalkeeper, 61 overall, that's very poor. Then we got Suarez, 64 overall, going by 2. See, players like this, I don't even see, like, why do they grow so little? It's so stupid. Boyata, like, there's no point having them, pretty much. Like, why have players like this at Man City? Like, in real life, they're better than, like, Harry Bunn's better than a 63. It's kind of silly, but then you get players that are way overrated. Like, I know a lot of things about Bradford City, and I know that Naki Will should be 90 pace. Anyway, I'm ranting, and I'm sorry, that was the end of the video, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button. 40 likes would be awesome. So if you want to see the current playlist, it's bottom right, the subscribe in the top right. If you want to go on my channel, that's top left, and the previous video is obviously linked now, that's on the left hand side of your screen. And then once there won't be a next one, will they? So that next one will never be actually linked, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, guys, I really do hope you enjoy the series. I've absolutely loved making it, and if you're still here at this point, you are the best subs ever. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.